Good morning. The Australian share market is expected to kick off the trading week slightly low, with the futures suggesting a fall of 0.3% or a drop of 22 points at the open. But what happens, of course, remains to be seen. But let's remember, on Friday, the market notched up its best gain in 2 weeks, rising 0.4% or 28 points. Let's have a look at the year though. Over the year, we're up 21%. So if we do hold on to these levels before tomorrow's close, we're set to close off the year with our best gain since 2009. That was the year after the GFC, where we saw a rise of 31%. Around the globe now, global equities closed off their week higher on Friday on fresh record ground, with just 2 trading days to go before ushering in 2020. Sentiment was high for a couple of reasons. One, data out of China showed that the country had a solid rebound in industrial profits, seeing their best growth in 8 months. And secondly, sentiment was also high on hopes remaining high ahead of that China-US Phase 1 trade deal being inked in January, with a date being pending. And on Friday in the US, the Dow Jones inched ahead to a new record of 28,645 points. The S&P 500 ran on the spot before closing unchanged, but it did rise for the 5th straight week. The tech-heavy Nasdaq, however, slipped on Friday by 0.1%, but managed to hold above the 9,000 point high. And all 3 of the major indices hit fresh record ground earlier in the session on Friday and remain on track to close off 2019 as the best year in 2 decades. Just to single out the S&P 500, it's clocked up 29%, and this is its best gain since 1997. Over in Europe, stocks tracked Wall Street higher, with the Stock 600, the largest 600 stocks in Europe, also hitting another record high. Over to commodities, the gold price is steady at a 2-month high, $1,518 an ounce. The oil price also holding firm at a 3-month high of $61.71 a barrel after gaining 2% last week and rising for 4 straight weeks. Copper gave up their gains from the prior session, but also hold on to a 7-month high. However, this is good for stocks like BHP, one of the world's largest copper producers, which is set to edge higher according to the early open, while copper companies, you could also watch them as well. In terms of companies going ex-dividend today, Property Group, Abacus Property Group, as well as Australian Unity Office Fund and APA go ex-dividend. Let's remember, when a company goes ex-dividend, they transfer the right of the dividend to the shareholder, and some investors take this as an opportunity to close out the position, which causes the stock to fall. Lastly, the Australian dollar is steady at 69.76 US. That's a 5-month high, thanks to commodities doing well. Have a great day. Happy trading.